Hey everybody, I want to show you something in Google Ads. So when we choose where, or I guess you could say which network our ad shows on, it doesn't just by default show on google.com or google.ca only. So I'll show you what I mean. If we hit over here, so this is Google Ads, right? If we go over to campaigns, and let's say we create a basic search campaign, just as an example, and then we hover over it, right, to go to settings. Okay, let's let this load. All right, so under networks, you'll see some options here, right? So you'll see search partners and you'll see the display network. Okay, so when you create these campaigns, a search campaign, for example, both of these boxes will be checked. Now, I typically like to uncheck them. So let's just get into it a little bit. I'll describe what they are and why I uncheck them. So in Google Ads, the search partners and the display network, these two options, they extend your reach beyond typical Google search. For example, search partners includes non-Google websites that partner with Google to show ads, while the display network places ads on various websites, videos, and even apps. For accounts with small budgets, let's say $10 a day, all the way to $50 a day, in my view, it's often a good idea to turn these options off. From my perspective and also my experience, they typically result in low conversion rates, and especially when you think about search partners, because they are non-Google websites and they're just partnering with Google, they can be all sorts of different websites, and you'll see spam typically from clicking that button. So I uncheck them, right? If you have forms like a contact form on your website and you're starting to see spam come in, try unchecking search partners and see if you see a better result. But like I said, by default, from my perspective, I uncheck both of these. I want Google Ads, especially if I have a lower budget, $10 to $50 a day, I want it to focus only on Google search. Okay, so when you have both of these checked, for example, this is, in my view, an inefficiency, and I don't want it to drain a limited budget quickly, and I don't want it to make it harder to achieve meaningful results. So again, when you create a campaign from scratch, if you have a lower budget and you don't want to see spam and you want your campaign to focus strictly on Google search, uncheck both of these: search partners and the display network. Okay, you can either do it when your campaign has been created already by just going to campaigns, clicking over here on the settings, and then it's under networks. Or if you're creating a brand new campaign, right, create a campaign from scratch, you want to just look for those two check boxes. Make sure they are unchecked. If you value your campaign just focusing on Google search. Okay, that's my tip, and I've seen great results just having a focused campaign. We want good leads. Okay, and by good I mean non-spam. And if you don't want to use the display network again and you just want to have a search campaign, the way to do it is to uncheck the display network, because we're not using a display ad, right? We want to focus all of our efforts on search. Uncheck display. Uncheck them both. All right, that's my advice. Take it or leave it. I'm just kidding. Through data, I've seen better results unchecking them both, especially with smaller budgets. Again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but this is my point. Okay, have a good one. Any questions, let me know, but that's my tip. Have a good one, guys.